following that and keeping you updated as of when we get the information. But moving on, it is emerging that 5% of schools may not reopen on Monday as planned due to effects of the ongoing heavy rains and floods. According to Education CS Machogu, 95% of schools countrywide are ready to receive learners except those in areas prone to floods. As Ann Musungu now reports, opinion is divided over the decision by the government to reopen schools at a time when many schools are still not in a position to receive learners because of damaged infrastructure.
This is the situation at Oseth Primary School in Nyando, Kisumu County. The school, just like 4 others in Agoro village in Nyando, are submerged in water following heavy flooding after River Nyando burst its banks and flooded the entire area. The schools are among those that may not reopen on Monday once schools countrywide resume. It is near impossible for learning to resume going by the flood situation here.
It is now becoming complicated to us because they must go to school, and there are 5. 1, paying school fees is a problem. 2, giving them transport and fare all the times and every day will be also tedious to us.
You to reach Udienya from here, you are using transport means which you are going to use a boat, and the transport cost is 150, so it is 300 in total.
According to the government, the number of schools affected by heavy rains and floods countrywide stands at 5%. Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu, speaking on Thursday, said all the other schools are ready to receive learners on Monday. Countrywide, there are 32,878 public schools, both primary and secondary.
Over 95% of our schools are ready for opening. The ones which are badly affected, I think, are less than 5%.
The current heavy rains have destroyed property, displaced thousands of families, forcing them to seek refuge in nearby schools. The condition not favorable for learning to resume in such areas.
Wakazi wa Mikuyu wanateseka sana kwa sababu daraja iliweza kusomba upande wa kulia na ikawa haiwezi pita. Kwa hivi sasa hakuna gari ama pikipiki inaweza kupita.
Watoto wa primary hawezi wakaingia shule kwa maana maji ni mingi zaidi. Hata secondary pia already madarasa yote yameshaingiliwa na maji.
Besides the challenges of flooding, schools are set to experience a funding crisis following a directive by the CS for them to use capitation released during the end of first term.
The 25% which was given the last week of the term, I'm sure that it has not been put into use in a number of these schools, and they will start with that.
In Busia County, the Red Cross, in collaboration with Busia County government, donated booths in the Budalangi area to help students access the schools.
Na tume alert all the Coast Guard through the office of the DCC and the county commissioner. There's a Red Cross boat pia engine yenye imefika hapo. Everything has been put on standby for evacuation and life saving.
In order to ensure that learning is not disrupted, the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu announced today that second time will be extended to compensate for the time lost due to floods disaster.
Might minimize the number of days that schools will be closed down in the month of August, so that whatever was supposed to be covered in the syllabus and the curriculum can be recovered during that particular time.
The Ministry of Education is already through the regional and the county directors of education working closely with the national government administration officers, coordinating that effort towards normal resumption of learning in schools.
This means extending the term by about 2 weeks. Ann Musungu, KTN News, Nairobi.
You're watching KTN Prime. We take a fast break. When we come back, clinicians may